gentle family. My name is Anik, and we're going to do something really special today. As you see, I have my setup just like this. I recommend that you grab a little pillow or a bolster, whatever's soft and comfortable. If you want, you can always sit with your back to a wall, and we're just going to be super, super comfy during this meditation. We're going to focus on calming down the nervous system, but also a little bit of the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is a function of the parasympathetic system, and it helps us find more happiness, be much more calmer as a whole. And it helps to reset trauma as well to that extent. And we'll do a bit of a different meditation than normal. We will be doing a little bit of movement at the beginning just to help, focus on the vagus nerve, and then the nervous system, calming down, meditating without moving. And I recommend, if you have it at your disposal, to grab some essential oil. It can be like this one, which is lavender, and it just helps to set the tone, just like that. I also recommend, if you feel called, to put some gentle music in the background, such as frequency music, healing music. That's always welcome, and it does help get you into that state of mind. However, another option during this class, before I start, is having a blindfold, like an eye mask, at your disposal if you want to use one. And it helps just get that sun out of your eyes, and it helps really tap into your body and focus on the work that's going on underneath. So without further ado, we'll get started. And I recommend using that pillow or block under your hips. I'll scoot back so you guys can see. Just like this. So I'm kind of going towards the edge of the pillow so my knees can lower down. But just cross your legs however it works best for you. And feel free to use that eye mask if you want. Just like that. So you can do this anywhere, everywhere, anytime. Even if you're not at home and you feel called to do this, go ahead. Take a moment with us. So once you've found your comfortable position, you should feel your hip bones being pulled down towards the floor, the spine nice and tall. Maybe tucking the shoulders in slightly, the chin in slightly towards the chest, rolling the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Taking a moment here to place the hands on your knees or the palms facing up, or a hand over the heart and the belly. Whatever feels right for you, you should be comfortable, wearing comfortable clothes. If it's too tight, like you have jeans, it might be more of a hindrance here. So you can even take those off. Once you have found that position, go ahead and close down the eyes. And start to breathe deeply through the nose. Allowing for the facial muscles, the forehead, the eyebrows, the lips to separate your teeth in your mouth. Relax the jaw. Allow the tongue to drop down from the roof of your mouth. Finding complete relaxation. Now, before we start, find your presence in this moment. What I mean by that is allow for whatever happened throughout the day, the week, the year to be put on pause. You can return to that later. But for now, just bring your attention to this present moment. Allow this moment, these next few minutes, to be a moment of cleansing, of purging, and of resetting in order to be at your best right after. Now continue to take some deep breaths in and out through the nose. First, just checking in with your body, noticing how you're showing up, noticing if there's any tension in the chest, in the shoulders, the neck, the belly, without judging or trying to change it, just observing, just taking note. In order for us to cleanse, we must accept what we've brought with us. And then you can breathe even deeper, sending the breath to those parts of the body that may hold some tension or resistance. Bring some softness gently with your breath. Beautiful. The next step, we're going to use our right hand and place it over towards our right ear. The goal here is you can go towards the very top of the ear, towards the outer edge, and gently begin to massage it, pulling it gently. The vagus nerve has a connection in the ear, and we're just going to gently bring some attention to that area. Very softly, noticing if it's easy to pull on the ear or if your ear is holding any tension. And you can gently begin to move the fingers down, gently pulling just on the outer edges of the ear. Continue to breathe deeply. Noticing sensations that are occurring. This awareness of your body, awareness of the sensations popping up, is very important throughout the practice. This is how we notice differences in the body before and after. So you've moved the fingers down towards the earlobe, gently pulling, and you can gently pinch the very middle of the ear, that little stub that comes out, just gently pulling it. And then using your index finger or thumb, we'll be placing the finger at the very middle of the ear. So not placing it in the whole of the ear, but just at the very base where you're going to feel a bit of a groove, a little bit. An index in the middle of the ear. And with that, we'll start by creating some circles in one direction, gently. Not pushing too hard, but noticing what is arising emotionally, physically, the sensations, just taking your time, noticing how that is translating to your body. Continuing to breathe deeply. We'll be going in both directions, but for now, very gently moving in the first direction. Continue to breathe deeply. Keeping the spine straight. Gently switch the direction of the circles, going the other direction, softly creating those circles. It may look funky at first, but the whole point is the sensations and the area that we're targeting. And last circle. And gently release the hand down. Take a moment here with the spine straight, slightly tucking the chin down. Observe, bring that awareness, noticing the sensation on both sides, how it's changed. Allowing and surrendering ourselves to full relaxation. Gently with the left hand, we'll be doing the same thing with the other ear. So when you're ready, you start from the very top of the ear, the left ear. You're gonna go on the outer edge of the top of your ear, gently pulling, noticing the sensations slowly arise. You're not trying to rip the ear apart, but just gently pulling, noticing if there's any resistance, if you feel any release, and gently beginning to move the fingers down the earlobes with time. You don't need to go fast. It's better to go slow, especially when targeting the vagus nerve. Take your time, deep breaths. Never lose that rhythm of your breath through the nose. Gently lowering down towards the earlobe. Gently pinching. Once you've gotten to the bottom, you can change by placing your fingers at the very middle of the ear, where that little part kind of sticks out. And gently pinch and pull, same thing. Very gently here. This is a very sensitive area. If you have any earrings or piercings, always just go around that area. You can avoid it. And then gently Starting to use the thumb or the pointer finger, placing it at the very middle of the ear where that groove is. You can feel the indent in the middle of the ear, right before the hole of your earlobe of your ear. And so from here, you're just gently creating some circles in one direction. Very, very lightly breathing deeply. Awareness of these sensations. Once again, take your time. Less is more. If you've noticed that your facial muscles or shoulders have scrunched up, allow them to relax once again. Gentle reminder. You're safe, you're protected, and you can fully relax. Once again, you're not putting too much pressure, just light pressure going in one direction. Maybe even feeling like you're opening up the ear from the inside. And when you're ready, switching the direction in the other way. Less is more. Once again, noticing the sensations that are arising. Deep breaths. And gently finish the last circle. Place your hand down. Extend the spine nice and tall once again. Tucking the chin down. And observing the body, noticing what has changed. We're going to take one deep breath all together and then allow for the inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So when you're ready, deep breath in through the nose. Fill your lungs, fill your belly. Open the mouth and release. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Deeper breaths. Exhale, release. And return to your normal breathing. Notice the sensations. The next thing we're doing, we're going to stretch the left hand out to the side. The fingers are moving upwards. So it's almost like your palm is trying to flip, trying to move up towards the ceiling, but you're still extending the arm as far to the side as you can. The right hand is going to extend overhead. Go ahead and reach for the left ear. Keep the spine nice and tall. And on the exhale, gently, just with the weight of your arm, begin to pull the head down. The right ear lowers towards the right shoulder, and we'll stay here taking a few deep breaths, allowing for the head tilt and allowing for the left shoulder to lower down more and more throughout the practice. Keep lifting the fingers up and allow for just the weight of the arm to do the work. You're not pulling or tugging more than necessary. You might feel some different sensations as the neck muscles and the connection with the shoulder begin to release. And that's normal. However, if you feel pain, you can move out of this pose and join us later on. Just stay here, allowing for the full neck stretch. Deep breaths only through the nose. If it feels right to exhale through the mouth, then go ahead. The world is your oyster. One more deep breath here. Exhale. Inhale, arm stretches up. Exhale, lower it down. This time we're going for the other side. So the right fingers are lifting up, palm opens up. Extend your arm. Inhale, left arm reaches over towards the right ear. Once you have it, keep the neck nice and long. And on the exhale, gently tilt the left ear towards the shoulder, stopping when your body tells you to stop. And deep breaths here, noticing the sensations. Once again, just allowing the weight of the arm to do the work. And with time, your ear will lower down more and more, stretching out the side of your neck, the shoulder, and even the upper back. Take your time, keep lifting the fingers, and deep breaths. You're really allowing for the right ear to point up towards the sky rather than tilting the chin down towards your chest. Relax the jaw, the facial muscles, and deep breaths. You may feel yourself drifting off during this practice, but try to stay alert. Use your breath, your presence as much as you can. Last deep breath. And exhale, you can release the hand down. Inhale, straighten the head back up. Beautiful, lower the hands down. Take a moment just to observe the body. What has changed? What feelings, sensations are showing up? Do I feel release? We will be moving it onto our back for the next practice. So if you want to take your block out from underneath, I am going to personally take my Going off my eyes so I can move and show you guys correctly. But all we'll be doing is extending our legs down towards the edge of the mat, lowering down onto our back, allowing for full relaxation of the body here. Placing my line back on, and we'll be placing our hands behind the head. You can clasp the fingers together and gently use your thumbs to pull the head just a little bit, stretching out the neck a bit more, and then lowering the head down for that full relaxation. Allow your chest to open up, the elbows to lower down towards the mat if that's naturally accessible. And in this pose, taking a deep breath, eventually finding stillness. From here, with your eyes still closed, you're going to move your pupils, your eyes over to the right side. Stay there. Deep breaths, bringing your attention over to the right even though your eyes stay closed. Deep breaths. And gently move your eyes back to center, as if you're gazing up towards the ceiling. Stay here. Deep breaths. And gently move the eyes over to the left. Maybe noticing a difference when you look to the right or left, but stay here. Deep breaths, allowing our concentration to stay to the left. Gently bring your eyes back to center. Stay here. And for the rest of our practice, we'll stay on our back. You can keep your hands where they're at if you'd like, or allow your head to fully lower down onto the mat, extending your arms down to each side of your hips, palms either facing up or down depending on how you feel. Shimmering the shoulders down away from your ears to extend the neck. And in this pose, you can allow for deeper breathing, imagining that your breath is traveling through your limbs, through the right arm, back up towards the shoulder, down the side of your right body, over the hip, down the right leg towards your toes, and back up towards the pubic bone in order to make its travel down towards the left toes. Inhaling back up towards the hip, over the left side of the body, up towards the left armpit, and down towards the left fingers, and back up towards your shoulder, and out through your nose. You can imagine the sensation and deep breaths. Another visual cue or tip for feeling fully relaxed is imagining that your body is butter or a cold popsicle on a hot summer day, and imagining the body gently melting down. Imagining sun is just overhead you, and you're melting into the floor, and the floor is soaking you up, and you're fully surrendering to this sensation. You're giving yourself that permission to fully relax. If you notice tension in parts of the body that are not allowing for that permission, do not judge that. Instead, bring some more breath to that part of the body, some prana, some softness, some kindness to that part of the body, instead of shaming it for what you want it to be. Continue the deep breaths. We're almost at the end. Marinate in this moment of having nothing else to do other than lying here on the floor with me. You may find yourself so relaxed that you feel a heartbeat in your chest. Or if you're finding it difficult to feel, you can always place your hands over your heart, one over the other, as if you're hugging your heart, and gently begin to feel the palpitations. Two more deep breaths all together. Make these the most deep and relaxed breaths of your whole practice. You can gently lower the hands down. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes, gently waking up the body. If you want to roll your wrists and ankles, go ahead. You can rock your head side to side. And gently go for a big stretch of the body, pointing your toes, arms overhead. I welcome you to tuck the knees in towards the chest. And then gently lower down onto one side of your choice in fetus pose. I'm just using my elbow here to not crush the microphone, but you can lower your head down onto the arm. And then use your hands to gently push yourself up to a seated position. Cross your legs however you'd like. And sit tall to honor our practice, hands in front of the chest in prayer. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope this was a life changer for you. Either way, have a beautiful rest of your Friday, and may you keep this energy with you for the rest of your day and your week. Namaste. Whew. Taking the blindfold off can be a little weird. Take your time, readjust to the light. And thank you for showing up for me today, showing up with me. I hope you felt that difference in your body. Let me know if you feel that extra calmness just fully washing over you. I feel it right now. I can honestly, you can see, I could fall asleep right now. So thank you, Gentle Stretching, for having me, and use this at any time that you need that reset once again. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.